Hey, welcome everyone. We are getting started. Welcome everyone from all across the fruited plains, the United States. Thank you, PrepperNet members, for coming in. This is going to be an exciting, informational video slash webinar. I don't know exactly, but welcome. My name's Forrest. I'll be your host this evening. We've got a few things to cover. One thing is welcome to March Ham Month. I couldn't come up with a better name, so it is exactly what it says, March Ham Month. So we're going to dedicate this month to learning communications, and I'm going to challenge everyone. I don't care if you have had your ham since you were a toddler. There's some things and some challenges that will be hopefully will challenge you to do a few things, making sure everything's right. If you can hear and see me in the chat room, give me a yes. Say something like yes. That's all you have to say. And I can see your comments. Usually when I'm talking, it's hard to do both, but I'm going to make sure. Yes, I see a yes, Gary. Thank you. Gary's one of my moderators. So, okay, great. And so we're going to get started. I'm going to try to make this short and sweet. And for me to say short and sweet, that usually means that's usually I talk a lot, so I apologize. So the first thing I want to do, now that we got everyone's attention, everyone's saying yes, this first thing is kind of near and dear, and I'm gonna sidetrack for about 5 minutes in the beginning here. But the first thing, if you guys will, I need a favor from everyone in this room and watching this video. So we have an expert panel members that are amazing. I talk to them often. They help me in many ways. And I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with, but I'm going to go ahead and do this. If you still should be able to hear me, I think I hit the right buttons this time. So if you can hear me, say yes again, but just a couple of you. But look at this. Glenn Tate has colon cancer. We think it's 100% treatable, but I want you guys to pray for Glenn Tate and Shelby are both dear friends of mine. We talk a lot, very often, and I would love it if you guys would write down their email address real quick and send them a message just saying, hey, from PrepperNet. We appreciate what you've done to help Forrest keep his cool head going on, whatever. And we're praying for you. So Glenn and Shelby, they're going through this together. And I've been in talks with him, for a few weeks about this. He just released it on his show on this past Wednesday, and they talked through it a little bit. But I also on Saturday, they interviewed me. I'm going to be on their show on March the 17th, which is a Wednesday. But just write them a note and tell them you're praying for them and thank them for what they have done to help me. You might not have seen them. You've seen them on some videos, but they've helped me. We talk all the time, constantly. And I run ideas by him. He runs ideas by me. And I appreciate you guys praying, say you're praying, but I really would love for you guys to send him an email and encourage him. He's doing great. And surgery went good. And so that's just one thing I wanted to get out there. Awesome. So the next is, guys, I'm going to sidetrack a little bit. I've been thinking. Oh, goodness. I've been thinking. I couldn't think of a better figure to pull up than maybe Homer Simpson, because I don't know. I've been thinking, and I'm going to make some statements here that I hope will motivate you. And the reason all this came up is because I had a conversation with a few families, and it really, I left, but kind of bothered. And I'm not going to tell you a lot about the families, but anyway, here is what I want to say. The world is not going to end this month, and maybe not even next month. I really want y'all to get that in your head. Biden became president, doomsday. I mean, the world is not going to end this month. The economy is not going to crash this month. It's very, it's thinking is dangerous for you, Forrest. I know. Thank you, Stephen. But it's not going to end this month, and it's not going to end next month. Please just know that. Have faith that it's not going to do it. With that said, you'll see why I'm going to say, because I really felt these two families thought it was going to end this month, which made their entire thinking change. And it was somewhat sad. They paid me to be a consultant, and I'm like, people, you have some time. You don't need to stop your entire life just to get all your preps done today. You don't need to do that. So here's a couple of statements that I want. These are do's and don'ts. Now, I'll tell you this. The do's and don'ts, I didn't know exactly how to put that, but I actually looked that up, and this is, they say, the proper way of doing it. So it's the way I'm doing it, the actual do's and don'ts. So first thing you need to do, and always be thinking this, always be thinking these terms. You need to get out of debt. You need to be a master to no one when it comes to money. Get out of debt. Don't overspend on prepping supplies. Now, again, I know this is a little turn. We're going to get to comms in literally 5 minutes. But don't overspend. You got a budget. The world's not going to end next month, so you have to buy everything this month. Don't sit on the sidelines when it comes to investments. A lot of preppers that go, well, I'm just going to buy gold and silver. You know what's going to happen is, and what has happened for the last 10 years, is preppers have been thinking the world is going to end, the world is going to end. They literally have only invested in gold and silver and their supplies, ammo and things, which is that's a pretty good investment, actually. But now they're sitting on the sidelines, and the world has made a 20% more profit than they have as they're sitting by thinking doomsday is going to happen. So they're in worse shape than they were when they started. We've got to understand that it's not going to end tomorrow. We need to take advantages of some maybe different ways of creating money. And stop by spending all your money because you think doomsday is going to happen. You're never going to, I mean, there are people that made a 20, 40, 60, 70% return on their investments where they can buy more stuff and you can't. So I hope you guys hear me on that. And so anyway, and another thing is start a side business. Start a side business. That is my 4 bullet points I want to nail in your head. And there's one more. So I hope y'all agree with me on that. But please, guys, we still are in this world by GameStop. Yeah, don't do that. So I want you guys, I'm going to share one thing with you. Don't let this blow your mind. And don't be afraid of it, okay? Because this next slide is going to be, it's a lot of people just going to totally turn off. And you know what? I feel like I have to say it, though. Cryptocurrency is our future. Don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid of it. It is our future, period. I have made incredible returns over the last few months. But so don't be afraid of it. But don't just go in and buy Bitcoin. So a friend of mine says, well, I can't buy Bitcoin. I don't have $50,000. I'm like, you just don't understand the game. Someone asked me, why do I know that cryptocurrency is going to be the future? Well, in the Bible, it tells me it's going to be a one currency throughout the world, and they're going to be able to control it down to every single purchase. And I promise you, it's going to be cryptocurrency. Is Bitcoin the currency the Antichrist is going to use? No, it's not. Matter of fact, but someone asked me, I can't buy a cryptocurrency because it's $50,000 a coin. And I'm like, okay, these are fractional shares. You can buy $1 worth of Bitcoin. Now, I'm not a big fan of Bitcoin. There are a ton, but what you need to do is get out of your box and research. Don't go investing in it. Gosh, no, you can lose your money just like that. But I'll tell you this, I'll make an argument that cryptocurrency is more of a true currency than actually our paper dollar. That is fact. So if you want, I just want you to think, okay, maybe I need to learn. I know it scares me. It's digital. And everyone says, what if the grid goes down? I love that, Elizabeth. So check this out. Let's say EMP hits America. I'm so glad you asked, Elizabeth. An EMP hits America. Okay, our economy goes boom, down the tank. We lose all our currency. Everything is going in its survival mode, right? Well, guess what? My cryptocurrency is on this. Can y'all see this? Y'all can't see this. So let me do this right here. I'm going to go big screen, just me. My cryptocurrency is on this. See this? So if all my money's on this, an EMP hits, I can go to any country, Europe, England, France, stick this into the net, and I can get all my money. Well, let's say that every computer in the world is fried and they start building them back up. When they build back up, my money is still on this. It's safer than your dollar. Now, you got to do research, because what I'm telling you, you're like, you're an idiot. You don't know what you're talking about. This isn't a flash drive. It's not. If it is, it's the most expensive flash drive I've ever purchased in my life. It's called a Nano. Yeah, Nano Ledger, and has it. That's what this is. And my money is on this, my cryptocurrency. Even if I lose this and it burns up in the fire, I can still. So this thing is so cool. Let me just turn it on for you real quick. So, see, it's coming up. It's digital right there. It's waiting for my password. This thing is not a thumb drive. Trust me. And my money is on this. And I could literally go to Europe if America's currency is completely the whole place, and I find a boat and go to France, I can access 100% of my currency. Even if it gets fried, as long I got to have a passphrase of 20 words, but other than that, I'm just telling you, in the long run, it's safer, because so let's say this. EMP hits America. Our currency is gone. The dollar's gone. It is gold and silver at that point. Nope, without a doubt. But I could still, again, go to any place, get on the net. If you have satellite communications, internet, which we'll have, then boom, I can still have my money. I'm just saying. Mine is a 20-word passphrase, actually, for the Nano X. So, but okay, this one is the $100 and some one. The other one is mine's the Nano, I think X. Then there's the other one. So, but anyway, so I'm just saying, don't be afraid of it. Research it. If y'all want me to do like a webinar and bring a top expert, like top expert on to maybe teach it, just tell me and I can do that. I've been doing cryptocurrency and learned a ton over the last few months. And I'm telling you, the American dollar will be in cryptocurrency before long. That's just my 2 cents. Okay, let's get back off of me. So anyway, don't be afraid and just research. And if y'all want an expert, I need you to send me a note, because I won't see it here in the chat and won't be able to pay attention. Just go to PrepperNet.net and say, Forrest, yes. So the next thing is this. Okay. And don't be mad at me. You need a home-based business. Let's say if you don't have enough money, you need to start a home-based business. You need to start one. And so here we are. This is important. So I am not saying I am an expert. I have taken 2 companies public. I'm still not an expert. I have taken companies and turned them around and sold them. I ran a huge successful incubator, and we're getting ready to start another incubator. Incubator is where we're going to bring in businesses that have ideas, and we're going to help cultivate them and get them moving. We're getting ready to launch a new one I've been working on for months. It's in conjunction with Sun Oven. So me and my partners with Sun Oven are doing this. But here's the thing. I have experts at my fingers. I'm talking CFO of, publicly traded company. I'm talking operations manager, publicly traded company. I'm talking, if you guys are interested, if you're interested in starting a home-based business, just don't go and start one. Okay. Let's talk about it, because some are better than others, and I want you guys to make money. So here's the thing. Is prepping important? Absolutely. But I want you to have the most money, and your kids need to go to college. You got a daughter that's going to get married. You got a car that needs to be repaired. So we may need to earn extra money. I think that's just as important as buying, your second AR-15. or some ammo. Okay, that's just me, and I am willing to help. If you guys want help with home-based business or any type of business, go to PrepperNet.net, send me a private message saying, I love this idea. I've been thinking about starting one. I would love to earn $100, $500, $1,000 extra a month. Now, I don't sell anything. This is not Amway. I'm not going to put you in a network marketing, not that I'm against them, but I'm talking a real business, even using some of the skills you have today. So anyway, that's two things I am in. I hope y'all agree with me that your financial future affects your prepping, and the world's not going to end tomorrow. So we need to take some steps so you can gain financial freedom and make extra money. And two, sometimes it's investments and sometimes it's a home-based business. So I know this is thinking out of the box. What prepper has ever thought about that? I don't know. I've never, but I thought as I was praying for Glenn today, actually, that came to my mind is like, people at their meeting with people, they need extra money. Well, let's do some things. So anyway, that is all that. That is that. Now we're going to get started on the ham month. I hope, please, if you didn't like that, I'm sorry. I feel strong to help you guys in not only prepping, finding groups, but also having the cash and making smart decisions for you and your family 5 years from now, where your daughter or kids go to school, that you have extra money. Okay, let's keep going. Thank you for letting me say that. Okay. So again, if you're interested in cryptocurrency and want a webinar, or you're interested in starting a home-based business, PrepperNet.net, and just send me a private message. And then if I get 30, 40 of you, I'm like, okay, that's enough interest to do something. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, it's ham month. Woohoo! Love ham month. I love bacon. I cooked, how many pounds? 6 pounds of bacon today. I did. And the reason why is because I'm on a low carb diet and bacon is my candy and I love it. And I've only got 12 more pounds to lose. So, anyway, I do want to stress this, that as we go through this, Amron is our partner. I love JJS. I love Amron. Amron guys are helping us every single day. I just want you to know that we're using a lot of their material to implement what we're doing here at PrepperNet. So I want to give them the credit for paving the way for us to use their equipment, some of their knowledge and some of their documentation. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, I want everyone here to make a commitment, and commitments are important. You take our communication skill to the next level. So what does that? Take it to the next level, because this ham month, we're making it a big deal, and I hope you guys will make this a big deal. And if we do this, we all gain. Let me tell you this, not only do you and your family gain from the knowledge you gain during this month, but America gains, because we're creating a backbone of preppers in the United States that can communicate throughout the United States. So just know it's more than just your personal gain. You're helping others as well. And I want you guys to commit. I want you to make this a big deal. Matter of fact, every night before you go to bed, I want you to go, comms. I need to learn. No, okay, that may be taking it too far. Okay, every morning when you wake up, I want you to, okay, let's just make it a big deal, okay? Let's just make this a big deal, okay? So here, I want everybody to make a commitment. And I hope one of your commitments is on this page here. If you have no radio, I want you to buy a radio. That's a step forward. If you do FRS and GMRS, I want you to buy a ham radio. See how you're taking a step forward? If you have a ham radio, I want you to transmit and receive. Some people have these Baofeng radios, and they have never transmit or received. Shortwave radio, I want you to practice listening. Yes, there's an art to practice listening, to dialing in that station. Yes, if you have no license, I want you to get your technician license. If you have your technician license, I want you to get your general license. If you're a general, get an expert license. I don't have a desire to get one, but I hope some of you guys do. If you never talked on a repeater, talk on a repeater. If you've never done HF, do HF. If you're only on UHF, VHF, try DMR. Everybody get my point here? Can't program a radio? Learn how to program a radio. And if you've never been on PrepperNet, Zelonet, participate. It's easy. So I want everyone, I just want silence for about 5 seconds. And I want everyone to say, I want to do this month. I want to do this month. And I do have an asterisk right here. Warning. There, and I wrote this down. There are ham pros in the house. Warning. There are ham pros in the house. They all have opinions. They all have buttocks as well. This is not a competition. It's not a competition. Warning, we have ham pros in the house. So ham pros, this is to you. Please help us with our vision. Don't fight us. It would be better if you jump on our plan tonight than go out and tell people what to do, what not to do, because you've had different experience and because you know everything about ham. I can assure you, people on my team have many years and years of experience as well. I have Amron, which is the only network in the United States backbone for preparedness. I got them behind me. So please, all you PrepperNet ham experts, please get on the vision that we have and please support what we're doing this month. Don't fight us. Will you promise me that? If you'll promise me that, just say yes in there, because every time you get some knockoff going, well, that's not the way to do it. And you know what? That is beneficial to no one. And so please jump on board with what we're doing. If you don't like it, just sit to the sidelines. I'm asking you, because we want to do this. We want to help people. Okay. So I want to read this as well. I wrote this down earlier today. Good communication during SHTF event can be the difference between life and death. So comms are usually everyone's weakest link when it comes to prepping. So the ability to listen, communicate locally, and over long distance is vital to long-term survival. That's why we need comms. It's not something we should overlook by any means. I hope y'all got my warning. I hope my ham people are okay with what we're going to do here. So let's keep going. So I am releasing tonight, after this video, we're releasing a brand new group on PrepperNet.net. A brand new group. It already has topics in there. It is just for this month. So we have a comms team announcements that's going to be, it's not there yet. If we have comments and things we want to say, we will use that. You guys can't respond. It is just for our announcements. Please check that every time you come on. We will have new information, okay? We're going to be releasing a general discussion when it comes to ham, just for PrepperNet ham month. It's going to be there. This is all under one group, so everyone's going to join. It's open to everyone. We're going to also have a topic that says share your March 2021 goals. We want everyone to go in there. I'm going to get my general license. I'm going to buy my ham equipment. I'm going to learn to program my Baofeng radio. We just want everyone to go in there and put a goal in there. Okay. That again, this is not up yet. Don't go look. It'll be up afterwards. So put your goal. If you set a goal, then let's try to get to it. Then we're going to talk about testing and how to pass testing. In just a few minutes, and at the end of this video, I'm going to share the recommended way to pass the test and exactly the steps you need to do. Every single step. Now, again, please listen to me and how we're going to do this, and I promise you it works. I am old, and passing a test scared me. And I did this exactly the way a mentor told me to do it. And I did, and it was a breeze. So anyway, test and how to pass, we'll have all that information down in there. Okay. So approved ham equipment. We're going to list all the equipment that you need to buy. Are there opinion? Yes, but this is coming from a group of people, not just one guy that knows everything. This is a group of people. We discuss it. We think this is best for preparedness, radios, beginner and expert levels. Okay. Again, that's coming out. So what are we going to do this month? I want you guys to see this. If this should make you cry. Honestly, this should make you cry. My comms team, and that's being led by Patrick and Bravo 65. And they have a team. There are other people working. There are, trust me. But this should bring a tear to your eye. These are some of the documents that we're going to be releasing this month. You think we're serious about this? We're not only serious about you're upping your game. I told you, PrepperNet, we're upping our game. A city communication plan template for the comm leaders in the city. So your programming information for your bail thing. We're going to be an HF nationwide national communication plan. Quick reference sheet, all this stuff. Some of this stuff, I don't even know what it is, but it sounds so cool. An Amron situation report, I do know what that is. A status report, yes. These are documents that we're going to release that everyone here will be able to use and understand what they are. We will go through some of these documents. But we are working on this. So there are people, as you're sitting here and enjoying the PrepperNet.net site, there are people working behind the scenes, and we're having phone calls and we're planning so we can install this and we can make sure that, one, you have the right training. One, we have the national backbone that we can protect and communicate to all our members. And this is not only going on with the ham stuff. We're doing this with the travel team and also the PrepperNet, the PrepperNet emergency response team. People have stepped up. And if you haven't stepped up, I ask you to step up. We are going to make this PrepperNet great for the reason of how many people it helps. And when the crap hits the fan, we can all work together and have communications. So anyway, do y'all see that? Again, I don't even know what some of this stuff is. Okay. I do want to say this. I'm going to put myself on the screen right here. I'm going to remove this real quick. Okay, everyone knows what this is, right? That's a Baofeng radio. So this is prepping 1.0, okay? 1.0. Okay, does that mean that you have to get rid of this? No. My group literally owns hundreds and hundreds of these. Hundreds. I'm talking more than 300 of these we own, okay? But we are now kind of graduating to a new level. These are more expensive. And this is an Anytone radio. It's DMR. This is kind of the new group radio that we're going to. You don't need to buy this first off. You don't. But I think this is definitely a graduate level compared to this. Oh, knowledge-wise, not much. No, not much difference. No, I mean, a little bit, but look at that. That's beautiful. Look at that. And with this, I'll tell you this, one day, here soon, we'll all be able to talk with this from your house. If you're near a repeater, a DMR repeater, we'll be able to talk and we'll be able to communicate. I can talk to people to Georgia, to Texas. I talk to Texas and Florida and north of North Carolina. Oh, and a guy from Iowa. I kid you not, with this, a hand talkie. Anyway, using DMR. So anyway, so we will have the list of all. Whoops, I removed myself. Let's do this. Okay, so I'm excited. Clapping my hands, I'm excited here. We have in the house, of course, we have Patrick and Bravo. They are the people behind this. Are there other people? Yes, there's a ton of other people helping them. And but Patrick and Bravo, if you have any questions, they'll be the ones in the forums that can help you with your questions. Other people will step in as well. Okay, let's keep going. So this is all under PrepperNet comms. The next 5 minutes is going to be a review because not everyone was on the video the other night. Excuse me, I'm going to take a drink of water. And so I do want to show this. Okay, so this photo represents, or image represents, PrepperNet's zip codes. This isn't every single PrepperNet person. If we put every single PrepperNet person, it would probably just be blue. So every P in the logo there represents a zip code. And this is up to date. That's pretty cool. That we got a lot of places covered. Okay. And there's a lot of zip codes. I don't know how many, but there's a lot of people. Okay. So here's our goal. Imagine this. We want to put a net over America. We want to be able to transmit or communicate to everyone in America and get information back. So let me show you how we're going to do that. Again, this is a brief overview. It's only 5 minutes. So in every city, this is your town, USA, or your village. And there are people that have shortwave radios. There are people that have VHF, UHF radios. There's even, looks like the Bale thing there. There, throughout your city and community, there's people with radios. Right now, some of them could talk because of, line of sight. They could probably talk to each other, but not all of them and not all together. So our goal is using one of our goals is using the Amron Channel 3 project, where there'll be a selected time that all these people turn on their radios and try to communicate. And there are many people within range of me that I should be able to communicate probably in PrepperNet, 15, 20, 30 people. I kid you not. But so we're going to implement the Channel 3 project. Don't worry, that's coming. More information's coming. But then we have PrepperNet city comms leaders. Now, we're not in every city. We know that. But even if we're not in a city, you could still become a comms leader in your area. And we're going to actually create what we call repeaters or local nets, where all these people here can communicate, boom, like a small spider web. Look at that. Everyone in the city can hit the repeater and communicate. Probably 2 meters, probably more than likely. And the shortwave radios, they're kind of standing on the sideline, but they still should be able to listen to this if they get one with single sideband. And you can listen or you can communicate. Now, imagine now you're in your city, USA, and everyone can listen to a repeater and talk. And so this is our goal. Comms leaders, we're going to try to help them do this. That's amazing, right? That's cool. But imagine now if in every little city, see all the little spider webs we build around the cities on the map? So imagine these are little spider webs collecting all the people. You don't have to be in every spot in the United States. We could probably hit 90% of the population with just a few of these cities. I mean, well, many of the cities, but not the entire United States. So see all the spider webs I built? These are little 2-meter nets going on around the United States. I'm telling you, there's nothing like this, people. There's nothing like this. We're going to build it. We are committed to build it. And if we don't build it, people will die. No, I'm kidding. I won't. No one will die. But it sounds good if I say that. So let's go. And so imagine now all the little spider webs. That's the Channel 3 project. And all of a sudden, boom, we put up the city leaders with 2-meter nets. Okay. Boom. And now all the 2-meter nets are working around in their little community. And then boom, we do an HF overall background, persistent net throughout the United States. Boom, we got the entire United States covered. And those that can't transmit, that have the little single sideband, ham, shortwave radio, can listen to it. And we're going to train you on how to do that. If you see how this could be very valuable to not only you, but your family members that live somewhere else in another county, another state. Could you see where this could be beneficial? And this is in a grid down too. I have a 2-meter repeater I can stick up North Charlotte, North Carolina anytime I need to. But do y'all see the importance of this? Give me yeses. I need yeses. I'm like, I need some yeses going, amen, brother. This needs to happen. And we're going to be riding along with Amron on this. And they're like we're the last mile. Amron's kind of like the fiber across the world, or at least the United States. That is our goal. I hope y'all see how important this could be, because you know what? Your daughter, your son may be across America or 5 states over. And this will become important, because you know what? If someone calls me from, let's say, Birmingham, because we had not a daughter, but a young lady went to the University of Alabama. And let's say someone calls me from Alabama and it gets through the HF net, it gets to our 2-meter, it gets to me, and they're looking for their daughter that goes to UNC Charlotte. Okay, you know what? I will take time to drive to UNC Charlotte and maybe find this young lady so she can talk to her parents. I would do that for someone. I think you would do that for someone. And you hope people would do that for your son or your daughter-in-law, whatever the family members. And that's why we need this. What Anytone DMR radio and where to, and hey, we will give you all the stuff, but it is Broad Bridge Comm Systems. I just saw that question. Bridge Comm Systems. Okay. So I hope you guys are with me. Again, if you got any questions, people, if you want to be involved, if you want to be a city leader in your area, contact Patrick Adams. Contact Patrick Adams or Bravo 65. They work together. They're amazing. They're geniuses. Bravo's been helping me with my DMR. And we've got a code plug for anyone in this area. We're doing everything we can to help you. We want to make this simple. Okay. And so, I'm going to give everybody just a time. Are repeaters EMP proof? No, they're not, drummer girl. But a lot of Amron people have ways. I mean, and PrepperNet people will have repeaters that we can stick up in the air. We've got people that understand what it takes. But let me tell you, okay, that brings up something. Everyone. So, I mean, and this is no drummer girl. I don't know who you are. But guys, if you plan everything you do around the EMP, stop. That's the worst case scenario. You know that there are 99.9999999 million, I guess, not percent, other things that's going to happen before EMP happens. And so EMP is the worst case scenario. Nothing. I mean, they're not EMP proof, but don't base your communication plan and everything you do on an EMP. I don't want to get biblical, but I think the Bible and what I read in the Bible, that there's not going to be an EMP. And if it is, it's just in America. But I just don't see that it could happen. I mean, it can happen. I just don't think it will happen. Because if it does happen, I'm going to go there. I've said this before. The Bible says that when the Antichrist comes back to life, and later on the 2 witnesses come back they're dead in the streets for 3 days and they come back to life. The Bible says when that happens, it says people from all nations will see the bodies laying there for 3.5 days. I don't see a way that can happen unless there's technology working. So could an EMP hit America and then we get communications and stuff back working? Yes, it could. But I'm just saying that when that happens, whenever that happens in the future, don't mean to preach it. I don't want to preach it, but the Bible tells me that when the two witnesses lay on the Wailing Wall of Jerusalem dead, it says the whole world will see them. And I don't see any, God's not going to put projectors up in the sky so people can see them. Anyway, okay, sorry. Thank you for just listening for me on that. So anyway, let's get going. That's just I've studied it for 22 years. I'm not a genius. I'm not an expert, but that's just how I read it, interpret it. You can do it different. Thank God we have different people with different things. Okay, let's keep. Now I want everyone to become at least a technician. This is the easiest thing you'll do in the last 20 years. Trust me, hanging out with some of your neighbors will be less pleasant than getting your technician license. So what I am going to do, I am going to go through exactly how I passed the test, because I thought it was like taking the bar exam from a lawyer. I was scared. I was afraid. And I thought, oh my gosh, I'm not sure. I haven't taken a test. The last test I took, I can't remember the last test I took. I don't. But anyway, not a written test. I can't remember that. So I'm going to go through real quickly on how to take it. Please take notes on this. It makes it so simple, and I promise you, you can do it without a problem. Okay. So here we go. This is my plan for technician. So I've already seen a lot of people. I need to get my license. Well, the first thing you need to do is this. You need to search for a testing date. Search for testing dates. So you go to the ARRL.org and you search find amateur radio license exam sessions. That's the first thing you do before you even decide that you're going to take it. Search and find out when the tests are available. Some tests are actually being online. I know a gentleman that had to have 2 cameras, which was even more confusing because he had to have one on him and one on. But go search, find a test date. Okay. Search by state. Don't search for your town. Because if you're not willing to drive 45 minutes to an hour to go take a test, I mean, get real. I mean, just stop it. I drove almost an hour to take the test because it worked into when I wanted to take the test. I didn't want to wait another month. So search for the state and you'll see, or for your county or around your surroundings. Okay. That's the first thing you need to do. Second, you'll get a list like this. And this is a real one for North Carolina. I want you to look at this. The first one, look at the first one, is 3.6, and it's at a t-shirt and apparel shop. That's okay. I just want you to be familiar. Sometimes there are no national testing centers for this. So it's okay. There are people there. Trust me. You know, if you want to feel safe, go into a room of hammer operators because they're all over 65. I'm just kidding. Well, I'm not kidding. That's just the truth. They're very trustworthy people. So the first one, look, it's in an apparel shop. Okay, let's look at the second one. It says no walk-ins. You must call or schedule ahead. So I'm sure every place in the United States is like this. So when you find that date in Goldsboro, North Carolina on 3/13, hope y'all follow me there, you've got to contact them and tell them you want to take the date, the test, that date. Don't think you can just walk in and take it. Some places allow that, but right now in the days of COVID, that's not working out so well. Okay. Next, it says learn more. Click on that and it will tell you, wait for us, and will tell you how to get up with the people. Oh, some guy just took theirs yesterday in a bingo hall. Awesome. Bingo. And the third, check that out. You can find the sponsors of who is actually putting the test on. I just wanted to show you that gives you a lot of information and you need to use that information. So if you're going to take it on 3/13, in Wake Forest, North Carolina, then you need to hit learn more. You need to find out, okay, you see who is putting it on, the sponsors. You need to find out what times, and you need to tell them I'm coming. This works with general, this works for technician, and this works for extra. Okay? I hope that's simple enough. That's just by going to the website, write that down. And of course, you guys will have access to this, to the arrl.org, or that's the URL right there. So, or you can just search for it. Okay. Next, this is how I did it. I was coached to do this. I am coaching you guys. Hopefully this is helpful. Okay. There are 3 tests. The first level, there are 35 questions. You have to study 428 questions. Y'all see that? And you have to get 26 out of 35 right. That's 74%. So 35 questions. And we will provide every answer to all these tests for you, free of charge. We're going to provide the answer to every single question on these tests. Actually, that sounds good, but that's all you do is you study the answer. They give you the answer. You just got to remember it. So if you're doing I know, that was a joke. Level 2 is the general. There's 35 questions out of a pool of 462. Okay. And a lot of people will say, go and take both the technician and the general. I'm not going to recommend that. I'm really not. Just go and take baby steps. If you feel like, hey, all right, go study both. I just take one at a time. You'll see how easy it is. In the general, I promise you, will be even easier. So, but that's my 2 cents. Okay. So I wanted to show you guys, we actually have the questions and we have the answers for you to study. So this is how Garvin's study plan. Okay. How to study for the test. Everyone here in this room, we have over 200 people, I believe. Everyone here should take the general test. Absolutely easy. I promise. I studied 7 hours total, 1 hour for 7 days. On the 8th day, I took the test. That's 1 hour a day. And I'm going to go through exactly how I did that. And I promise you, you will pass. And it will be easy. I promise. Okay? So here's how I did it. 7 hours, 1 hour a day for 7 days. I got an app. It's called Ham Radio Exam Technician. I don't want to do the extra. I want to do technician. It's in the Apple iStore. It's also in the Google store. It is amazing. It's called the Ham Radio Exam Technician. Get the app. If you don't have, everybody has phones. Just it's plain and simple. I'm going to show you what it looks like. Right here, I know you can't see that, but it actually has the question and it highlights the correct answer. That question and answer will be on the test. All you have to do is memorize the answer. Don't try to learn ham radio before you take the test. Take the test, pass it, then learn ham radio. Hey, ham radio operators in the chat room, if I'm telling the truth on that, give me an amen. Take the test, pass it, then learn what you need to learn. I'm going to wait a minute because I want everyone, that's just the truth of the matter. It's like a license to learn. Amen. I got one amen there. Yeah, it is the truth. Take the test, pass it, then we'll learn all the stuff. I do. You don't agree with that? Well, John, you are one in about 500 people that I've talked to. So anyway, so here's another on here. It keeps track of your tests. It actually has practice tests. And it tells you what percentage and where you need to work. Okay. It will tell you, and you keep practicing over and over. So I studied, I forgot how many sections there are, but I would study, I think 1.5 sections. And then I would study it on the app, take the test. I'd study it again and take the test. And then boom, that was almost it. So I'm reading the questions out loud to myself. I'm seeing it and I'm choosing the right answer. And boom, I passed it 100%. So I would recommend this as well. This is another thing I did. I went to a YouTube channel and I found a guy, and this is going to be boring, and I'm going to play it for you. But they read the question, they read the answer. Now you're hearing it, you're saying it, you're seeing it, and trust me, do the practice test a couple times, go through this a couple times a night just for that section, and you will be fine. Let me see if this plays for you guys here. I think that the volume is up. Tell me if y'all can hear this. Well, it's not playing. See, I knew there'd be people just disagreeing. La, 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 la. Just ignore them. Okay. I'm sorry, but this is not playing like I thought it was going to play. Maybe here we go. Check this out now.
Which of the following is a purpose of the amateur radio service, as stated in the FCC rules and regulations? Advancing skills in the technical and communication phases of the radio art.
See, he read the question and the right answer.
Enforces the
That's all you got to remember
for the amateur radio service in the United States. The FCC.
Trust me.
What are the FCC rules regarding the use of the
y'all hear
phonetic
this?
alphabet for station identification in the amateur radio service? It is encouraged. How many operator/primary station license grants may be held by any one person? 1.
Okay, so I watched that. I studied the app, and I promise you, you'll pass it. Don't be scared. Find out the testing location. Schedule your test. 7 days out. Start studying. Use the app. I have that website. Will be linked, and you're hearing it and seeing it, and it helps you, and you'll pass 100%. So. Okay. I don't know what's going on in the room there, so I'm going to keep going. Hey, so we're going to post links on the website as well. We're going to and make sure you share your goals, and we ask for you to participate. That's the biggest thing we want you to do is participate. And like I said, they're going to be yeah. So like I said earlier, let me read this again. Warning, warning. There are ham pros in the house. Trust me, I'll put my ham pros and my people against anyone, and you should too, PrepperNet. You know, John Jacob Schmidt, all these people are behind us. People that actually have created a network and not stayed in their little area. So let's do this together, and let's work together. So the first thing everyone needs to do, I'm going to make that site live when I get off so everyone can get to it. And go in there and put your goals of what you want to accomplish this month. And then once you take the test, you put your goals in there, and you take that next step, transmitting or whatever you need to do, then talk about it, and we're going to just move everyone up to scale. We've got a lot of videos coming. Patrick's going to be doing some. I think we're going to do one on programming your Baofeng radio and other radios as well. We're going to do all this. Stick with us this month, and we're going to do everything we can to teach you. Oh, I just got a text. It says, a friend of mine said, from the questions of the question pool, not one of them has ever helped him get on his HF radio. That's funny. That is funny. So anyway, so I'm going to, at this point, that's it, guys. That is really it. I wanted this to be kind of short, an hour long. I'm going to make the site available where you can put your goals up there. Don't forget, we actually have, I'm going to, I'll put me on there now. We actually have Bravo 65. We have Patrick. We have other approved people that are going to be in there helping you guys with all your questions. Like Elizabeth Hawkins, she's a hammer, and we're going to help you. So I just want you guys to commit that you'll take the next level up. And let's go back to that slide, and I'll show you all the different items here. So wherever you are, I want at least everyone to get their technician license, and that should be easy. Okay. And someone said, I received my bail thing. Okay, the 8. Okay. 8's okay. And now studying for my test. Awesome. Hammer time. Yes. So we're going to do this at least every Sunday night. We're going to have something. I know that Bravo's going to teach some, and some of the city leaders may hit on comms a little bit in their groups and their meetings. But that's all I got, folks. I wanted to show you how I study for the test, and I promise you, if you do that exact thing, you will pass the test. Schedule your test, then tell them you're coming and put it on the calendar. Study the questions. You can do that by the ham radio exam, and then study the correct answers only is all you need to study. I listen to this because I'm a visual guy, and it helped me to hear someone else say it and tell me the exact right answer, which was awesome. And that's it. So here's the thing. If you're not on PrepperNet.net, you need to be there. There's some great communication going on over there. There's some great community building going on over there. I am going right now, and I'm going to make that a public group. You'll see it show up. It should be public right now. When you go there, it should be the top group. Let me make sure it's the top group. It is the top group. It is ready for everyone to go over there and post, hit topics, and you'll see all the different topics we have there. The events will still be broadcast to everyone. So some of the links aren't there yet. Some of the information we're going to put there is not there yet. Okay. But it's coming. I promise it's coming. So that's it, folks. Thank you for sending Glenn, Tate, and Shelby an email. Thank you for listening. And I look forward to everyone leveling up their ham game. And we will talk to you guys again. Y'all have a good night. Appreciate it.